They lied to your face, week after week. They told you the era of the tribal chief was over, that SmackDown had moved on, that the bloodline was evolving. And if you believed that for even 1 second, WWE just slapped you awake hard. Because what happened on SmackDown wasn't a return, it was a hostile takeover, and the locker room should be terrified. The arena didn't feel loud at first. It felt tense, like the calm before something violent snaps. Solo Siko's bloodline stood tall, smug, reckless, tearing through the roster with zero respect for the legacy they were claiming to represent. No discipline, no aura, no fear, just chaos pretending to be dominance. Be honest, did this version of the bloodline ever feel legit to you? Or did it always feel hollow? For months, fans were forced to ask uncomfortable questions. Is Roman Reigns done? Did WWE really move past its biggest star without a proper ending? And let's be real, did Solo ever truly earn the right to lead, or was he just holding a stolen crown? Drop a yes or no in the comments right now. Then it happened. Solo stands over a fallen Cody Rhodes, soaking in the moment, signaling the end like he'd finally proven something. And that's when the screens flickered. Not pyro, not a distraction, a warning. Roman Reigns. The sound wasn't cheers, it was shock. Thousands of people realizing, all at once, that they'd been fooled. Roman stepped onto that ramp wearing the OTC hoodie, eyes cold, posture calm, like a man returning to clean up a mess he allowed for too long. Leaner, meaner, focused. This wasn't nostalgia. This was unfinished business. And then Jey Uso. Read that again. Jey Uso walked out beside Roman Reigns. Years of betrayal, blood, and broken trust erased in a single step forward. Yeet, and acknowledge me standing shoulder to shoulder like the war never ended. Let me ask you, did you pop harder for Roman or Jey? Comment one name only. But just when your brain tried to process that reunion, the real chill set in. A third figure emerged. No smile, no pose. Just a massive silhouette radiating danger. A silent enforcer standing behind Roman like a final boss you weren't supposed to unlock yet. This wasn't backup. This was insurance. This was Roman Reigns saying, I'm not here to reclaim the bloodline. I'm here to end a civil war. Look at Solo now. Cornered, exposed. The fake king staring at the original. The power vacuum everyone talked about. Gone. Sealed shut. Because the difference between Solo's bloodline and Roman's empire is simple: one demands respect, the other commands it. So here's the real question: was Solo ever meant to lead, or was this always Roman's story waiting to continue? And who is that enforcer, someone new or someone we should have seen coming? Answer both in the comments. Royal Rumble 2026 just became a battlefield, and this time, Roman Reigns didn't come back alone. Share this with someone who still thinks the bloodline era is over, and stay locked to Ring Rumble, because this war is only beginning. Because now we have to talk about the part nobody in WWE wants to admit out loud: the moment Roman Reigns returned, everyone else instantly felt smaller. Think about it. The camera didn't just show Roman, it cut to reactions. Wrestlers at ringside frozen, commentary losing composure. Even Solo Siko, the so-called new ruler, didn't look angry, he looked uncertain. And that tells you everything. Power isn't about how loud you are, it's about who changes the room when they walk in. Roman didn't raise a finger, and the entire narrative of SmackDown rewrote itself. Ask yourself this: when was the last time one man's presence alone shifted WWE's direction overnight? This wasn't a feel-good reunion tour. This was a calculated reminder. Roman allowed the chaos. He let Solo spiral. He let the bloodline fracture. And now he's back to collect the debt. That's terrifying. Because the most dangerous Roman Reigns has never been the angry one, it's the patient one. And Jey Uso standing beside him? That's the real dagger. Solo built his entire reign on the idea that Jey was gone for good. That the bloodline could move forward without the heart, without the emotion, without the brother who questioned everything. But the second Jey stepped onto that ramp, Solo's authority collapsed. You could almost hear the unspoken thought: if Jey's back, then Roman was never really gone. So here's a quick comment question for you: do you think Jey Uso truly trusts Roman again, or is this alliance purely about survival? One word answers only: trust or strategy. Now let's talk about that enforcer. Because WWE didn't just introduce muscle, they introduced fear. No name, no explanation, just a wall of violence standing behind Roman like a living warning sign. This is classic tribal chief psychology. Roman doesn't threaten you, he lets you imagine what happens next. And the fact that this enforcer didn't move, didn't speak, didn't react, that's intentional. Monsters don't need introductions. Is it someone new from the outside, a returning wrecking machine, or someone hiding in plain sight, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal allegiance? Drop your wildest theory in the comments. No wrong answers, only bold ones. Now zoom out for a second. Royal Rumble 2026 is no longer about surprise entrants. It's about control. Roman doesn't need to win the Rumble to dominate it. He just needs to influence who survives. And if the Bloodline is unified with Roman, Jey, and a silent enforcer who realistically stops them, Cody, Seth, LA Knight? Or does the entire roster need to pick sides just to make it out alive? Here's another question: should WWE even allow the Bloodline to operate with this much power going into the Rumble? Yes or no? Simple. Because make no mistake, this is bigger than one storyline. This is WWE telling us that eras don't end quietly, they end when the king says they do. And Roman Reigns didn't come back for closure, he came back for ownership. SmackDown didn't just change tonight. The road to Royal Rumble 2026 just became a warpath. And if history has taught us anything, it's this: when Roman Reigns is focused, aligned, and backed by family, somebody's dream is getting shattered. Stay locked to Ring Rumble. Share this with someone who still doubts the tribal chief. And tell me, are we witnessing the beginning of Roman's final reign, or the most brutal one yet? And here's the part that should genuinely make you angry if you're a WWE fan: they tried to erase him. For months, commentary danced around Roman's name. Storylines pretended the tribal chief was ancient history. Solo's bloodline acted like dominance could be inherited instead of earned. But the second Roman stood on that ramp, WWE exposed the truth they've been hiding: nothing works without him. SmackDown didn't feel complete again until Roman Reigns returned. That's not opinion, that's reality. Think about Solo Sikoa for a second. Everything he's done, the brutality, the intimidation, the reckless leadership, it all came from imitation. He copied Roman's playbook without understanding the psychology behind it. Roman didn't rule with chaos. He ruled with fear, patience, and control. Solo just smashed things and hoped respect would follow. And now, he's face to face with the standard he never lived up to. So answer this honestly in the comments: did Solo ever feel like the guy, or was this collapse inevitable? Because now Solo isn't fighting Cody Rhodes anymore. He's fighting legacy. And legacy always wins. The camera angle told the real story. Roman slightly ahead, Jey flanking him, the enforcer anchoring the rear. That wasn't random positioning, that was hierarchy. Roman is the mind, Jey is the heart, the enforcer is the fist. And together, that's not a faction, that's a regime. And here's where things get dangerous for everyone else. Backstage politics just exploded. Every superstar now has to decide whether they oppose the Bloodline outright or stay out of the blast radius. Because Roman doesn't chase enemies, he lets them come to him and destroys them one by one. That's why this return hit harder than any surprise debut. There was no sprint, no attack, just inevitability. Quick question: if you're a WWE superstar right now, do you confront Roman, or avoid him at all costs? Comment confront or avoid. Royal Rumble 2026 is approaching, and history tells us something important: Roman Reigns doesn't need to throw 29 men over the top rope. He just needs to make sure the wrong people don't win. Imagine the enforcer eliminating fan favorites. Imagine Jey super kicking chaos into submission. Imagine Roman standing outside the ring, orchestrating destruction like a chess grandmaster. Is that fair? Maybe not. Is it compelling? Absolutely. And let's address the elephant in the room: Cody Rhodes. Cody was laid out when Roman returned. Symbolic. The man who finished the story now finds himself once again in Roman's shadow. So here's a controversial question for you: is Cody's story truly finished if Roman still controls the narrative? Yes or no? Because that's what this is about: control of the story. Roman Reigns isn't chasing titles anymore. He's chasing relevance, dominance, and legacy preservation. He's making sure history remembers who the real center of WWE was during this era. And bringing Jey back proves he's willing to forgive, but never forget. This is no reunion tour. This is consolidation of power. SmackDown didn't end with a brawl because it didn't need to. The threat was enough. The message was clear. The bloodline isn't fractured, it's refined. And the scariest version of any empire is the one that's learned from its mistakes. So I'll leave you with this final question: when the dust settles at Royal Rumble 2026, will Roman Reigns be standing tall, or will this return ignite the war that finally brings him down? Drop your take. Argue with each other in the comments. Share this video if you felt that chill when Roman's music hit. Because whether you love him or hate him, one thing is undeniable: the tribal chief is back, and WWE will never be the same.